Good morning and welcome to the 14th day of Vlogmas. So it has not been a huge Vlogmas-y day here. However, it has been a really lovely, relaxing Sunday for me, which I think I really needed. I've had a couple of extraordinarily long and very busy days. I did not get Blue Coat Santa fully finished to show you guys today, nor the video, so it will be tomorrow. I do apologize for that, but I really had to take a little step back. I needed a little me time. I really just needed kind of a light day and a brain break day. I will say, okay, so this is the box that I still need to pack. I'm going to turn it this way so that you can't see any addresses because all the labels are on. My first update, oh, there went all my envelopes, is all of my floss drops and project cards have sold out. So thank you to those of you in my Patreon who purchased those. I will not have any to offer at this time. And it's too late in the game to offer any of those this year. This was a trial and a trial run that I offered in my Patreon just to kind of gauge interest. So I am definitely looking at doing the more in the future, and I will base what I order not only on the Patreon interest, but on being able to offer them everywhere. So just kind of a little update on that. There's a whole nother giant box that has full orders done. So those are already all packaged. I got a little bit more to do this evening so I can take everything to the post office in the morning. And that is awesome. As I mentioned, took a little bit of a break from everything I was working on. I'll work on Dasher and Dancer tonight. We'll talk a little bit about WIPs, I suppose, although I didn't work on any of them. I instead chose to do a new start, and I have a new start finish for today. So if you will remember back in, I'll put it up here too, floss tube, I believe 127, if I'm not mistaken, I had shared some things I would like to touch on. It was either 126 or 27. I'll put the right one up here. I had put a whole list. I'd shown you guys some charts. I had pulled the charts, the floss, I had kitted the projects, I had cut my fabric, I serged my fabric, I was completely prepped and prepared, and I decided today was the day And I stitched the Stacy Nash Merry Christmas pin keep drum. And I stitched the whole thing. In fairness, I will say I started the snowflake for the top. I haven't ironed it for you either. I started the snowflake last night and maybe stitched half of the snowflake. And then woke up this morning to realize I had made a tiny blunder. It wasn't a big one. So I was able to fix it and then stitch the rest of the border and all of the snowflake this morning. And then here's my linen already for the bottom of that. And this is stitched with Gentle Arts Ruby Slipper. Beautiful. I love, love, love the variegation. So I stitched this morning. I actually had a nice phone conversation with a friend and I stitched the whole thing while I talked to her. So I was done with that like way before lunchtime. Then this afternoon, I watched Sean the Periwinkle Stitcher and I stitched the Merry Christmas, the side portion of the drum. So that is now done and I will be taking you along with me to FFO this. That will be part of my Vlogmas. So I'm really excited to have like a whole start and finish. Can't even believe that I am saying we have a start finish today. So that was really fun. I stitched this. Let me tell you what I stitched it on. Have I even done floss tube / Vlogmas before? It makes one wonder. 36 count Sepia by Cedar River linen. The called for was Weeks Dye Works linen in beige. I didn't have that, and so I just picked something that I did have. I think Sepia reads vintage country mocha-ish, so I think that would also be really good. But I love Cedar River linen, so I use that 36 count Sepia by Cedar River linen, 1 strand over 2. And that is what I stitched today. I didn't sew. I didn't do anything else. But we're going to have a really big week starting tomorrow's. When I'm done and I have this edited and up, I am actually going downstairs and I'm going to decorate that tree. And I'm going to take you guys along with me. So that will be part of tomorrow's Vlogmas. Blue Coat Santa will be part of tomorrow's Vlogmas, as well as any other shenanigans and finishing I get up to. There will be this drum finishing this week. There's going to be ornament finishing this week. There's going to be quilting things this week, and then home tours are going to start. And I'll start sharing my home and all of the decorations and all of that. I am just extraordinarily late getting my basement decorated this year, but in yesterday's video, I kind of told you guys it's just been delays. New furniture for my son's room was delivered, and we had to move some stuff out into the way where everything else is, and then it was there for a few days, and then I had to wait and somebody else came and picked that up. I'm kind of glad that I didn't have it all decorated, because I might have had to move some things, which would have been a pain. So I think it's worked out, basically, is what I'm saying. So that is that. I want to remind you guys that you can still save 15% off of Lindy's stitches through this evening, through tonight. That's another reason I'd really like to get this video up. And I am going to actually share with you things that are in stock that are on my stitch list. So let's talk about that right now. So first up is the Merry Merry Pin Keep from Stacy Nash that I'm currently stitching. I'm going to pop the picture of the chart in right here. That is on my radar and also will be part of my 2026 Christmas WIPGO. Also on my list, and I will be starting very soon, maybe tonight. We'll see how that goes. I want to put my threads in on Dasher and Dancer, but I might start this next. Comfort and Joy by Plum Street. That also is on my wish list. So I'm popping all of these in here for you guys, so you know which ones I will be starting during Vlogmas. So if you also would like to start them, grab them while you can get them at 15% off. Kit them up, grab the threads if you need them. Okay. Well, let me make sure. Comfort, yes, Comfort and Joy is still in stock. Great. Some of them, if they are not in stock, I am not going to mention them because a lot of things have sold out. I also started the Bells on Christmas Day sampler from by Blackbird Designs. Pardon me. That is a stitch along that Holly Jones and Jessica Sweetwater Stitcher are doing right now. I do have a start on that, and I did talk about that I want to do the little drawstring bag as well as some other things from that book. That book you could get, it is in stock at Lindy's Stitches, so grab that if you would like to join. And remember, I am using a different linen for my sampler so that the colors really show up a little bit better instead of the oaken by Picture This Plus that is called for. Then I wanted to talk about, I think I forgot to mention this in that video, but I am also going to be starting, and this will go into January because he can stay out in January, the Animal Cracker Whitaker from Stacy Nash. I have wanted to do him for years. Every time Christy of Crosshatch Quilts shows hers, I think, oh my gosh, I wish I had Whitaker done. So I will also be stitching Whitaker, and you can grab him right now at Lindy's Stitches. There are lots of other wonderful animal crackers as well, so definitely look at all of the animal crackers that are offered in case you too would like to grab one to stitch. He's just the cutest little snowman, so I cannot hardly wait to get him started and stitched up. I do realize that's going to be a lot of white fill in, but I can do it. I can do it. Okay. Another chart that will be, when I show you my WIPGO board, is Winter Moon by Plum Street Sampler. I do have a start on this. This is an actual WIP, and I will be working on it on the winter solstice on December 21st. So I'm going to pull that out and work on it, but I would really love to work on that a lot this year. So I will be adding that to my WIPGO board. There are lots of other amazing charts as well. Some of them you may have seen in my finishes that I've already shown you. I do know I've got more finishes to share with you guys. So you may have seen some of those. Let me remind you guys as well that Blue Coat Santa is in stock. So if you love the look of Blue Coat Santa, you could grab him now if you haven't already. He would be amazing. And one of the ornaments that I will be sharing in the finish parade, which I finished stitching fairly recently, is the Teresa Kogut Santa wreath, and I will be making him into an ornament for my tree. He is absolutely gorgeous. If you happen to watch the Sable Stitchers, Lenny and Roberta shared the wonderful wood joy piece that somebody else has put the Santa in, and she was saying that she is going to do that, and then Lenny said she was going to go grab that at Hobby Lobby so she could copy that as well. That is an awesome option for a decor piece. So definitely check that out because a lot of the Hobby Lobby pieces will start getting discounted pretty soon or go away until next year. Let me see what other Teresa Kogut. The other thing I will be sharing during the ornament finishing is Frosty Bulb by Teresa Kogut. And I did remove the word Christmas from my stitch, and I actually added some extra peppermints and snowflakes to that. And I'll be able to finish it kind of more into a round like I want to do. So that is another one that is in stock that would be fantastic. The Hello Santa book from Teresa Kogut. A book is always a great thing to get when you can get on a sale price. And I have shown tons of designs from this that I want to stitch. So I'm going to show you just a couple things really quick. This one is on my radar, And I know that Tara Sullivan, Sully's Stitches, has shown her progress on that. I love that one. That's one of my favorites. And of course, Green Coat Santa from the cover. He is gorgeous. Those are two that are on my radar to do first. I also love this one, the S Claws from that. I know I've shown you guys all of these before, but like I said, at 15% off, if you don't have this book, this is a lovely time to purchase this, especially if you would like to stitch on your Santas and Christmas all year long. And let me see if there was anything else. I felt like I wanted to talk to you guys about. So one of my favorite finishes from a Jingle Ball class, and it's a chart now available, is Hello from Liz Matthews, Santa Night Tree. I know I shared that with you, or shared that during Vlogmas. I've shared it the year before and the year before that, because it's been out a couple years now. But I stitched mine on a darker linen, an XJU linen, but not the blue, not the called for blue. I stitched it on a dark neutral, and it is literally one of my favorite finishes. I just love it because I love trees, and I usually decorate like a whole mantle. I didn't do the mantle this year with them, but I have a whole dough bowl tray decked out with some handmade trees in it and some other handmade items. And I absolutely love, love, love that finish. So if you love trees, that is a fantastic one, and it would be a great time to pick that one up, especially if that's the first time seeing it, because I know we always have lots of new stitchers. Talked about a lot of new charts here, or not a lot of new charts. Yes, some new, but a lot of Christmas charts. Of course, there's all kinds of other seasons, occasions, everyday items that would be fantastic to pick up now while you can get them on sale. Remember, the exclusive code Vlogmas ends tonight, so make sure and do your shopping before that code goes away. And again, a huge thank you to Steph and the Lindy's Stitches team for offering that for my viewers. I so appreciate it, and it was a really fun thing to be able to offer you guys this year. All right, so I want to talk a little Enable Vision. I actually kind of forgot that I had some Enable Vision to share with you. It was in a pile that it wasn't meant to be in. So April of Crafty Bluebonnet sent some of her wonderful new charts to share. So she has the Montana State Spool, the Kansas State Spool. Yay! I'm in Kansas, so this one is speaks to me. I know if you watched, there's Frank. If you watched Lenny and Roberta of the Sable Stitchers, Lenny says she's going to start this on Kansas Day this year, which is a great idea. I think I might join her in that. I love that. And then 'Tis the Season for Snow. This is a perfect January stitch to tuck in with all of your snowman stitching and finishes. And this one will actually be a giveaway today. So April, thank you so much for sharing your wonderful charts with myself and the viewers. I so appreciate you always going above and beyond. Okay, then I want to share with you guys, I have a huge button haul from Just Another Button Company. I am not going to go through all of them, but I restocked all of my favorite little buttons. I got a bunch of colors that I don't have yet. One thing I'm going to show you, like I also grabbed things like peppermints for some. And I grabbed lots and lots more of the 3mm eyes. Do you think I might have some felt stitching coming? Hi, buddy. I grabbed a few other little specialty things. Here's a really cute one. This one is probably for some stitch. It says Snowflake Squad, but I especially loved all of the little things in here. There's an assortment of different sizes. I have some fun projects coming. Still, I have lots of things coming. But my favorite size for any of the felt stitching, and I realize these colors probably aren't necessarily Christmassy, but I want to show them to you, are these sprinkles. And they are micro mini buttons, and they come in like every color of the rainbow. And they're my absolute favorite for all kinds of great details, for all kinds of things. Also, just your cross stitch finishes and whatnot. I really like, I know this is so random, but I love this color, and it's called Champagne. It's a kind of nice creamy ivory white. I thought that one would be nice for Christmas. So I picked up a bunch of those. Plus there's some specialty packs. For example, this one is called Christmas Red and Green. And these are just good, or just available, pardon me, during the season. And then, you know, they'll go away when they're sold out. And then another favorite, the Snowflake pack. So grab some buttons from Just Another Button Company, especially if you like. I'm going to pop in a photo of my felt ornaments so far. And then I am working on my kids' ornaments, which I'll work on more this week. So you're going to see more of that. But these are the buttons. These are the buttons I'm using for that. Now, I got these, but I had seen a couple of weeks ago, and I think the kit is sold out. But you can get the pattern. I saw this. It's the Peppermint Folk Santa, and I loved him. So I went ahead and I picked up the pattern, and then I did get the kit, but you can source and kit it up yourself if you want to. But I'm going to try to make this guy. How adorable is he? So cute. They do specialty kits, like seasonal specialty kits, and I love them. So I picked this up, and then this came with the little pattern and then all of the embellishments. But I also picked up the Folk Floral for Christmas, which is just a super cute little hoop project. You would need to get the hoop and the linen and everything, but I thought this was so cute. Look at the cute little button pack and the little bell that comes in this. So cute. So I am going to try to fit these in to my Vlogmas crafting, but really, really cute. Just Another Button Company. Please check them out. I think they are an amazing company. They sell all of our favorite stick pins and other things that we use for our finishing, and I just love, love, love everything about them. Okay, I think that's it for my Enable Vision. Now, I do want to talk, this is just, we're talking my 2026 Christmas WIPGO plans. I have started kind of penciling in. I'm not going to show it today because I'm still kind of working and making sure that I'm getting everything. I've tried to leave some empty spaces, but I showed this when I showed you my Christmas kitted projects. This is Candy Cane Wishes by With Thy Needle and Thread. And I had kitted it up with this Friendship Green because the called for, it's something I can't even get. I'll tell you what it is. It's 40 count R&R reproductions in Salt Marsh Green. I don't even think you can get that unless you find it. I don't even know. But I have 40 count Friendship Green by Fabrics by Stephanie, and I love it. So that is what I put in here. And up to this point, I have stitched a couple things on this. I stitched my little biscornu that I showed you guys the other day. I also stitched an ornament from the complimentary chart from Kathy of Hands On Design on this that I still haven't finished. So that's kind of in my ornament finishing, but I have tons of this left. Anyhow, that's neither here nor there. So the reason I pulled this out is because I am actually going to add this to my basket to stitch because, well, not just because, but in part because when I was stitching today and I was watching Sean the Periwinkle Stitcher, she had pulled this out and she talked about how she's had this chart and she loves it, but she's always been on the fence about that bright green. You guys, I think I've been on the fence about that bright green as well. She totally spoke to me because she showed a linen that I felt like is pretty similar to this Friendship Green by Fabrics by Stephanie. And I thought, if I am stitching this on the Friendship Green, why couldn't I stitch this, which is Mr. Marshmallow, on Friendship Green instead of that bright Kermit colored? Mind blown. I'm going to stitch both of these. I'm going to put them together. They're both fairly small. They're snowman-ish. I love how the white and reds look on that green color linen. I don't know why it wouldn't look cute on there. I'm going to put both of those in my bag together to work on, and those are going to be part of my 2026 Christmas WIPGO. Yay! Who wants to come say hi? Do you want to come here? No, they just want to run around and be obnoxious. All right. I think that is it for haul and enabling. All right, let's do our giveaway winner and today's giveaway, December 14th giveaway. So let's talk about what we're giving away. This is from Vlogmas Day 6, and it is Snowman in the Forecast by With Thy Needle and Thread. And the winner of this is Denise Reynolds. Denise, if this is your comment on the screen, please email me at this email address shown right here with what you won and your physical mailing address, and I will get your chart out in the mail to you so that you can have it to enjoy stitching for January or the end of this year. Who knows? Whenever you want. Okay, let's do today's giveaway. Today, I would like to give away the new chart. One of the new charts that I showed you guys in the Enable Vision section a little bit ago from Crafty Bluebonnet, and it is 'Tis the Season for Snow. I want to thank April for being such an amazing sponsor of Vlogmas this year. She has really given some nice prizes and some charts and things for me to offer you guys, and I super appreciate that. So thank you so much, April. April has a new website, so make sure you check that out. I will have the address right here. So if you would like this awesome little 'Tis the Season for Snow chart, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, please be over 18, and use the keyword somewhere in your comment, USA only, please. The keyword today is, of course, snow. So leave snow somewhere in your comment. You have until the date shown here on the screen to leave your comment for a chance to win, and I will use the random comment picker to choose the winner. Good luck, everyone. All right, that is it for today, my friends. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I super appreciate you guys for watching, for commenting, for coming along on this awesome Vlogmas journey. I'm super excited for this coming week. We're, getting close to Christmas now. So it's time for some home tours. It's time to wrap up some of these projects, the finishing, and it's probably going to be a wild ride here for the next few days, especially. Probably some longer videos, lots and lots of finishing and details and, behind the scenes of all of the things. So thank you guys. Happy Sunday evening. Don't forget to shop at Lindy's Stitches. If you have anything on your wish list and you would like to save 15%, use Vlogmas when you check out. And I will see you guys all bright and early tomorrow. And it will include quite a bit of behind the scenes of what I'm going to get up to here in just a little bit. So have a wonderful evening. See you tomorrow.
Thank you so much for joining me today. I truly love sharing creativity with this amazing community of crafters. A special thank you goes out to my wonderful Patreon members. I appreciate you all so much. If you'd like to join us on Patreon, you'll find the link in the video description below. Patreon is a private community where you can support more of what I do and enjoy exclusive content, behind-the-scenes updates, and extra perks. There's something for everyone, and we'd love to have you join our growing community. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel, click that like button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
This is going to be a quick update. I want to have this video up early. The last couple nights I have been editing way too late so that tomorrow, because I am going to do some stuff tonight. You guys don't really care about this. So let's talk about what I have stitched today. I know it's a lot. It seems like it's a lot of me time maybe, but first up is the Mary Mary pin keep from Stacy Nash that I am stitching. Actually, I'm not going to do that. Let me just scroll through here and look. Or let's try to hit the correct button. We'll probably just cut out all of this of me talking and not knowing what I'm doing. So I am going to put both of these. I'm sorry, the boys are running around like crackheads. Let's talk about whatever it is I'm gonna fit in after this.